channel. In this video, I want to talk about how this sun, see all these activities happening on the sun, how this is impacting us, and it's causing the voices that are coming into some of us are hearing voices more than ever, and then which are, like I said before, they are fake. Ignore them. You must do whatever you can to ignore these voices. They are thought forms because planet Earth is experiencing a high level of energy coming in from the sun, and it's going to get worse. This is Earth, this is the sun releasing lots of energy into us, right? Now, that said, the reason this you're hearing all these voices is because according to Jesus the Christ, Yeshua, when it was not, in other words, if you look here at, this is Colossians chapter 3 verses 5, and it talks about all the mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. Things are safe for the sake of the wrath of God come on the children of disobedience, and which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them. But now ye also put off all these anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, and filthy communication out of our mouth. Lie not to one another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds now, and have put on the new man. So we are basically, as the Israelites, we are going from the old to the new. This is what the Son is doing for us. And then that which is renewed in knowledge after the image of God, the Creator that created us. That created. So what there is neither, so no difference now between Gentile or Israelites, the Jews, because the Jews, the real Jews, were us, the black people, the true Israelites. So, and it says, therefore, we need to like put on, we need to be Christ is all in and all. Put on, therefore, as the elect of God, the holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering, forbearing one another, and forgiving one another. This is basically talking about the new self. This is telling us that there's a new self. So now we should, everything that we do in impurity, evil desires, we need to work on these things and ignore them, because when you end up, because the voices are coming to keep us focused on sexual immorality, sexual impurity, impurity thoughts, impure, evil passions, evil desires, and greed and materialism. That's why we're getting all these thoughts in our mind, is to keep us focused on those things that are of the old self, like the old men, the old women before. So the sun is coming in and bringing us here all this loving energy of the sun, this energy coming in from the sun that's going to be coming into our hearts. It's going to be bringing us all this energy to allow the new self of ourselves to emerge. And this new self, this is what the sun is actually doing. The sun is shooting lots of energy into the planet. So the new self of ourselves is supposed to be this beautiful being of love and light and joy. This is the new self that's emerging. It's mind, body, and spirit. But the voices that we're hearing, some of us, a lot of us are hearing, are thought forms, they are fake. It's because they are shooting those into our heads because they want us to stay focused, like I said before, on things that are not, that are of anger, of rage, of malice, all slander, and foul language in our lips. They want us to keep cursing all the time, trust, believe it or not. So we have to learn to focus more on, put aside all these things and focus more on love and ignore all the barbarism, because that's why the reason you're hearing all these voices in our heads. So let's try to welcome the new you with all the love, light, joy, men and women all over, with all the love, light, joy, healing that is coming into us. Welcome the new you that's coming in from the sun. This is what the sun is doing for us as children of the one infinite. And then put aside, the ignore the dark, the voices that are coming in. That's the ego. The ego is fake. The ego is part of the darkness. It's the darkness. It's not real. We were not born with an ego. We acquired that because the dark energy, they feed to the ego. They exist to the ego. The dark energy does not exist if there is no ego. Right? Okay, understand that. That's very important. So if you don't have an ego, they have nothing to work with. They need for you to be all about your ego, your need, me, your desires, like usually sexual desires, material desires. They need those things, folks. They need for you to be craving for those things in order for them to tap on. That's why they're putting voices into your head, is to keep you completely saturated into your ego, into your dark side, so that you don't evolve into that beautiful, beautiful being that you really are, that beautiful entity that you really are. We black people, we are the true Israelites of Israel. But we are. It's been a long time. I can do a video on that if you guys do not understand it. That was the reason Yeshua, Jesus the Christ, crucified. Where is my man Yeshua, my brother? That was the reason Yeshua, Jesus the Christ, crucified, give away his life, was to save us, the lost Israelites. You know, it was not. That's why we were called the Israelite. The others were called the Gentiles. So we were the true Israelites, and that's Yeshua, Jesus the Christ. And this is not to be racist, but you know, if you look into the Bible, I'll go do videos on that. But it was to save the lost Israelites. We were not, you know, not the other way around. I love you all, and I hope this makes sense.